My name's Dillon. I'm with Dillon, the music artist.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. So how's quarantine life treating you right now, man?
Oh man, it's crazy. I mean, I'm getting a lot of work done.
Y-
I'm like working on an album now. Um, so that's like the benefit of me staying home.
Uh-huh.
Um, but it's been weird. Like, I got to wake up and put on actual clothes and like feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
If I stay in sweatpants or just like in a shirt or shorts or something like that, like I just feel like lazy. I feel like I'm a little kid that's like, oh, I got another day off.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. So let's talk about your new single. How did you and Baby Jake link up?
Okay, so 2 years, I think it's around 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Baby Jake came into the studio when I was working with Fuego on our song We the Funk. We were finishing that song,
Uh-huh.
and then we were seeing if we could work on anything else. And so Develop, this other producer from Florida, he's incredible. He did like Fireman for Lil Wayne and like he's done a bunch of stuff for a lot of
Oh,
Latin artists. Like
hell
he
yeah.
is one of the best producers.
Okay.
He brought this kid, Jacob Herring was what he was going by back then, and Jake was singing folk music. But so he played me a couple of his records. He was like, "Yeah, man, like here's a couple records that I made with Develop, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Holy shit, man, your voice is incredible!" Like, Fuego, let's try to figure out if we can do something with Baby Jake right now. So
Yeah.
I'm playing him um, like this salsa hip hop thing that I'd made.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, I didn't understand why he wouldn't want to get on that. But now knowing, like, yeah, Jake was making folk music, and I'm playing him like rap song. Like, I
Yeah.
completely understand. Like, I could see in his face, he was like, yeah, no, this is really cool, but like, I just don't know if it's the right time.
Yeah.
So I think fast forward like a couple months, Jake and I start working on this record. Basically, doesn't come to fruition, and he was still going by Jacob Herring. And then we had stayed in contact, but then he switched to Baby Jake, and that's when he had really like honed in on his sound.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, there's like this fly flying around me. That's when he honed in on his sound, and that's like it just took off from there. Like, I don't know. He really knows what he wants to do now.
Okay.
With his other project, maybe he did want to know I don't want to speak for him, but like, I feel like right now is like he really knows what to do, what he wants to do. So
Okay.
it's always refreshing to work with an artist when they know exactly what they want to do. And like, we've been friends now, so like, I can send Jake something and he'd be like, "Fuck no, I think this." Having that honesty is like, it's so refreshing. A lot of people will be like, "Yeah, man, this is really cool," and then they'll ghost you and not talk to you. And you're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, I don't want to hear that. Like, tell me it sucks so I can try to make something better for you."
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Cool. Well, I don't think the new single sucks. I think it's dope. I think it's dope.
I'm so glad that we waited as long as we did. And then also just the fact that he's got his own thing going. So it's really cool that with the track like You Do You, I feel like I get to take him out of. It's not taking him out of his comfort zone, but just taking him and putting him on something that he's not going to be doing for his Baby Jake project.
Okay.
And I feel like the song still really highlights how good of a singer he is.
Yeah, I would agree. He's hot. Like he's dope. He's dope, man. Like
Sick. He's sick. I want to keep working on more records with him as time goes on.
will you guys have another song on your album that you just mentioned or
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to try to get something else with him on there for sure. I think I'll make him do it, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna make him do it. We already have a second song done that we're gonna release in a couple weeks.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're definitely gonna keep doing more.
That's cool, man. Like that's dope. That's really dope. So I want to talk about your live streams because those are really cool. Like I wanted to ask you, like, so what are your thoughts on live streaming? Is there such thing as too much? Do you think because I feel like you do a good job of theming your live streams, like,
Yeah.
and to me that keeps it interesting. So what are your thoughts on like live streaming and DJs and stuff like that?
I agree with what you said. I think there definitely can be too much, and like the reason I did the Gerald thing was to really be able to kind of play whatever he would want to play, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, man. Okay, you're not DJ. It's been recorded. He's still in his fucking DJ fit right now. But like this week I got to do this week Gerald got to do a '90s hip hop. Last week he got to play like Britney Spears, and it's just going to be like really fun to figure out what he can keep doing. And I'm not involved with that in terms of I'm not spinning.
Yeah.
And then I get to do the Taco Tuesday thing, which is really fun and refreshing for me.
Yeah.
And it's also it's been really cool to just like kind of go down memory lane of like all the records I've made, because I know there's a lot of like diehard fans that have always wanted me to play those records at shows, and
Yeah.
my thing to them is like these records don't stand the test of time in terms of production style. Like,
Got you.
the records are now mixed in such a different way that like the loudness and the EQ and everything and just how hard it hits. Like when I play an old record, you're like, the fuck was that? This is my best explanation. I used to DJ a lot of 90s hip hop nights at this place on Cahuenga. And there was this one song called The Rockweiler by Method Man and Redman.
Yep.
Put this record on.
Yep.
Every single person comes to the dance floor like you just played a Skrillex song.
Yep.
And nowadays, I play that record again, and you'll just hear a couple people in the back with like the whistle. And,
Yeah.
And now that's just what it is. It's just the people that I know this would have been.
Yo.
Like that record, man, that record's so good. But now when I listen back to that, I even the production style. It's just back then that was the best production possible.
Yeah.
Now now you have Skrillex songs, and you have to compete with that, or you have like just with how sound. Like I guess the best way to put it is like think of old videos that you watch.
Yeah.
When you watched them back then, they were fine to you.
Yeah.
Now when you watch them, they're not as good because we watch stuff in 4K.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, 4K is going to be a piece of shit because we're going to be watching in 8K.
Yeah.
It goes back to like GoldenEye on N64.
Yo.
Oh, that's so cool, but man, does that look like a piece of shit now? Yeah. But it's been super fun because live streaming gives you the ability to not have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
It's really just about like selection.
Yeah.
It's been so fun. It feels like I'm getting back into DJing again.
Yeah.
Doing this. And then especially with playing with Diplo too on Saturday nights, like going back and forth like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's been so much fun, and like I feel like a lot of kids on the live streams have been like, "Oh damn, Dillon actually is a good DJ."
Oh man, that's awesome. No, that Saturday night live stream was dope.
It's fun, man. It's so fun.
So when's the next DJ Hanzo live stream gonna be?
I can give you a hint. It's gonna be around Coachella time, I think. I was overhearing him talk to himself in the mirror.
Okay.
Because he doesn't talk to me. I'm not deep enough to talk to him. But yeah, I think he's gonna be doing something around then.
Okay, that's dope. So kind of sticking with the live stream theme, like how do you feel social media has changed the game for DJs? Because you post like you're funny, like on Instagram you're hilarious, Twitter like you're hilarious, and I think like you're welcome, and I think I just think it's dope. So like how do you feel it's impacted the game now? Like have you noticed a change?
I think it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's such a useful tool.
Yeah.
For getting people. Bye, Kata. Thank you. It's such a useful tool for getting people to get involved with me in terms of if they wouldn't be into my music but they would be into my comedy.
Yeah.
Because I like when I was growing up I always wanted to act. And
yeah.
This kind of like gives me that outlet of being able to act without having to go to auditions or anything like that. But I mean I came up through social media for making music. And I feel like I gained a lot of my fan base from just making characters and doing weird, wild things on like Snapchat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's such a useful, big tool. If you want to use it, the thing is, I don't think anyone needs to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know that you're taking one level out of your toolbox.
Yeah.
Like we all have a toolbox right now, and we all have the same ability to use the tools in the toolbox. But if you take that away, just know that that's the one tool you're not going to be able to use if you don't want it. And
Right.
it's completely fine. Because I've talked to my manager about this so many times, where I'll be like, man, like sometimes I get gassed, dude. Like you're with having to keep up with like, I gotta post this on this day.
Yeah.
Like, I keep up with the algorithms, blah blah blah, and it's like it's tough.
Yeah.
But you know, that's where it's like, all right, do you want to keep getting? He's like, do you want to keep having these fans here, and they'll help in certain ways?
Yeah.
Or you don't have to, and you don't have to use your energy for that. You can use it for something else. So I think it's trying to find that balance.
That's cool, man. So do you have a timetable when we're gonna get this next album? Like a couple months?
I don't have a timetable yet.
Yeah.
It's like we just started getting everything kind of like pinpointed on what we want on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping, you know, let's see, it's April. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't think I'm gonna mess up, because I've done this so many times where I've set a date and then all of a sudden I'm like, hold on. But I can guarantee that there'll be singles rolling through the year, and then hopefully, I know that this year I'll definitely get an album out for sure.
Cool, man. Well, we're excited. I'm gonna wrap this up. I just got one more question for you. So, what would you tell an aspiring producer, DJ, like if you could tell them anything, or what would you say, or some advice to anybody on the way up?
Hustle hard. Find songs you want to remix.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make those remixes crazy so that the person that made the song has to take notice to it. That was a big thing that I did when I was coming up and produce. Was I was just asking my manager to get me stems for any songs I could remix, whether it was official or not, trying to figure out if you could get it to be official, not taking any money for those things, like just trying to spread the name. I would cold email so many agents. I would this was back when MySpace was a big thing still.
Yo.
So I would go into MySpace and I would go to who booked them, and I would send my PR kit that I made up to these agents and be like, hey, my song was played by Major Lazer at Coachella.
Yeah.
And I made this song with this, and here's this, and I did this remix for Kid Sister. If you I was asking for people to get a booking agent. It didn't work, but you know, my name still got spread around from that. And then, man, I came up in the days where we would have like CDs.
Yeah.
I went out and passed out my mixtape to all in LA. All these, I went to Teddy's, Coco DeVille when they used to have that. All the people at SB, I went and passed out my mixtape. I literally was like, hey, listen to this. Let me know. I can come and open your nightclub.
Yeah.
I just did all that stuff because that way you still can sort of start meeting people, even people in the top 40 circuit, like DJ Spider, DJ Ruckus. Like those are all the dudes that I came up with. And, you know, DJ Reflex.
Yeah.
All those dudes. I was the sound guy at Dre's. I just hustle, man. That's it.
That's
for an answer.
That's dope though. Like that's dope to like, I mean, like retrospectively to where you came from to, like, you know, be the sound guy at Dre's, and then all of a sudden you have like a residency down the street. And that's dope. It's dope though. It's cool. Like that's
nuts.
Like that's the journey. That's the transition, you know? Like,
yeah.
That's cool.
You can't take anything for granted and take everything one day at a time, dude. I used to sleep on my friend's when I first started making music, I was sleeping on my friend's floor.
Yeah.
In his kitchen in Atlanta. Like I loved it. I loved every second of the come up. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was probably my favorite time.
Yeah.
Just grinding.
Yeah.
it's addicting.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I'm gonna share that news with all my homies and stuff.
Awesome.
So yeah, y'all check out the new single, "You Do You," and where can we find your live streams?
YouTube.com/Dillon Francis. Easy.
Boom, there it is. Dillon, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, peace.
All right, later.